9. What's up, everybody? Oh no, don't play it again. We already heard that. We already heard that part. You go away. There we go. Hey, everybody. My goodness. How fun has it been? How fun has it been? Good evening, everybody. So many faces. Hello to all of you. I'm going to go and do a roll call really quick, just because. Make it quick. Bridge the Divide. JL says first. True, you are first. Steaming Cup of Reason, miss it by that much. I know you get that reference. Nimrod, hello. SAPC upgrades, good to see you. Pattiette, good to see you. Little Dickens, always good to see you. Ryan Cudliff, yo. Pat Dallinger says, I'm here, good to see you. Hello, Irish Dublin Girl. Let's see here. Michael Bowman says, I'm here too. It's good. Roshan O'Neill Murphy, she says some Gaelic there. I wish I could speak Gaelic. I'll get some in. I might be getting some personal, private lesson type things here soon, which is really cool. Nimrod, if I didn't say hello to you, hi, Nimrod. Let's see who we got here. Beaver C, good to see you. Good to see you. Arian Rod, good to see you. Joshua Lee, always good to see you. Alan S, good to see you. We got some finger guns in there. There we go. Irish 2, good to see you. Lady Dragon says, howdy all. Just coming over from Demon Stream. Hello. Rodent of Anger. Hello. Sonia Garlic, hello. Genetic Creations, hi. Prince Jedi Master, hey. J.O., hello. Oh, shit, I forgot. I got to change something here in a second. Ha. Just pretend you can't see what's going on back here. Can we do that? Sally Skeleton, hello. Frank Perry, hello. Robert Castle says, what's up, my Globetards? Good to see you. Iron Moop says, yo, what are we talking about, Mr. Hole? Well, just about everything. Prince Jedi Master, hello. Elizabeth S26, hey, how you doing? Alana Hater, hello. C. Carl, go. Hello. Alexander Sinclair, good evening. Jinju, good evening. WW Goddess of Truth, good evening. Brandon Nicole, Michael Webb. Oh my gosh, was it Manda Cullen? I need new glasses. That's what I really need to be doing. I should be like making an appointment for the eye doctor, but whatever. Marty Martel, Danny, Jackalope Herdmaster, Daryl M. So many people. Charles Swan. My goodness, I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. All right, I think I got everybody. If I didn't say hello to you, hello. Anyways, because hi. If that doesn't work, Rosetta Stone has Irish language. I need to learn just because it'd be kind of cool. Well, two reasons. One, it's just be cool to learn, and two, it's possible that I could be playing a character who might speak Gaelic or Irish, as Irish team would say. But who knows? We'll see what happens. Do you ever hear I'm sure you all are familiar with the whole when it rains, it pours, right? Hit the like button, says Elizabeth. That's true. That'd be awesome if you did. 53 of you in here. It'd be awesome if I saw 53 or more likes there. But so I'm sure you've all heard when it rains, it pours, right? And usually people say that when it's a bad thing. But I've actually had an influx, like a weird influx of work, like a lot of work outside of my regular job, which Colony L3 says, I'd like to 3D print something special for you guys when y'all get out here. Of course, yeah. You know what would be really cool to kind of commemorate the whole thing would be some sort of mashup of all of our channel logos. That'd be really cool. BBC says, who needs glasses? I run around blind and clueless all the time. Well, sometimes it's more fun, gotta say. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I've got just look. It's I make no secret that I'm not a huge fan of what I do for a living. Right? That's fine. Okay, it serves its purpose. I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful to have a job, which I work really hard at to make sure that I get. I give them what I feel. Well, I give them what they ask of me. Right? I make sure to value what I do, right? And I make sure they see that I'm giving them everything that I can give them while I'm at work. Robert Castle, we're actually going to be meeting in Dallas. Demon's flying to Dallas. They're coming over to my house. We're going to do a little cookout, something, maybe some vegan steaks or something. By the way, vegan steak is just eggplant. It's really good, mind you. It's really good, but I'd rather have a regular steak. That's all I'm saying. But that's my sneezing pupper. They got a cold. My doggies have cold. They're sneezing. It's either just really bad allergies or a cold, but they're doing okay. We took them to the old doc. The doc said, "Hey, here's some medicine. They'll be okay. No worries." So, yeah. But as I was saying, I don't particularly care. Robert Caslow was kidding about vegan steaks. I was kidding. We're gonna do regular steak. We're gonna do cow. We're gonna do non-vegan. We're gonna do carnivore eggplant. Yeah. What's up, Commander Darklight and Gail? Was it K second? Very good to see you. Very good to see you. Hey, retired road dog. Josh really was a joke. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Hey, Mr. Andrat. Hey, Prestonic. Good to see you. Anyway, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, I have been hit with like this project that you guys aren't seeing behind me. Okay, this is what we have done. I told you like 2 weeks ago, right at a week and a half ago. It was last Sunday before last. Anyway, I was working on a short film that went to festival. Well, I'm working on recutting the entire thing for the director's cut, and we might be adding in some other things in there and whatnot. But what? Let's see if you want regular steak. Why can't? Never mind. Oh yeah, there you go. Squirrel. But yeah, so working on this back over here, and I've got to say, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed like the technical aspect of filmmaking until I sat down to do this. It has been so much fun, even like the tedious stuff, right? So whenever I work on a project, I want to make sure that I have everything as organized as possible, right? I want to make sure that all the files are properly named and set. You know what I mean? It's like you can't really tell, right? Because my house isn't perfect; it's lived in, but getting into when you're doing editing, right? It makes it so much simpler if you know exactly what scene, what just by looking at a file. So I renamed all the audio files. I started renaming all of the video clips and whatnot. So sitting down doing that stuff was so much fun. It's been an awesome time. Just getting, I think I've got like the first minute, maybe just like locked in. That's about it. Like 1 minute. I've 2 days on the sucker because I'm doing all you got to do all the setup stuff and set your sequence settings correct and all that, all the little tedious things that people don't think about. But it's been a lot of fun. Filmmaking has just like it really has taken like a front runner for me here recently. And I got to thank JL Warren for bringing me into the Weekend Horror, which got me some of the connections that I have now to be able to continue to do this. I've always had a passion for film. Excuse me, it's a little smoky right now because we did cook up some food, but I've always had a passion for filmmaking and storytelling and whatnot. So having those connections provided to me just by jumping on the Weekend Horror podcast, which is a lot of fun to do, by the way. It's really got me back into filmmaking, and it is so much fun. I've got acting gigs coming up. I've got, like producing a pretty sizable short film. We're working on, I can't, give the details of a lot of this stuff, but we're working on a full-length feature with Eugene Hawkins, who directed Nail Gun. But yeah, so many things that have been just kind of like, oh, here we come. And then Team Skeptic called me up earlier and said, "Hey, you want to go to Seattle?" I was like, "Man, I would love to go to Seattle, but I got a job. I got this, and I just can't skip out on my job. I got to make money." And he says, "Well, we'll see what we can do to get it taken care of." But this is before I knew what the days were, because as I understood, and JL and I talked about it a little bit, but from what I understood, Demon was coming here, and then they were going to go out to Washington and stay out there for a while. But I didn't know the specific dates. Well, team, you say, hey, these are the specific times we're leaving out and times we're coming back. It's like, well, I can make that work. That's, like 2 consecutive days off in a row. I can work a half day, whatever. I can make it out and come back and it'd still be fine. That's good. So we figured out, so yes, if we can get it working, if we can figure out the logistics, then I can make it. But I better talk to the wife first. So yeah, Robert Castle says, who is going to Washington right now? It is Irish Demon, Team Skeptic, and more likely than not, myself. I just got to make sure a couple little things are tidied up around work and a couple things over here, because the 29th, like the day after Demon gets here, the 29th, I'm going to be filming. I got a film project, so that'll be fun. And then the 30th, we have the film festival that this project went to, Rack Focus, so I'll be there for that Saturday, Sunday. Very busy weekend, and they're talking about leaving out the following Thursday. So Mama Tega does have a say, Patty. That's true. Absolutely. I spoke with her about it, and she is okay with it so long as certain things are lined up correctly. So that's what I'm saying. Irish Stu says, how did your daughter's Hydra drawing turn out? Did she get it finished? Looking amazing as it was. Well, I wanted her to finish it, but JL contacted me because this was JL's picture. He said, no, I want it exactly as it is. Tell her to sign it and then just leave it. And then boom. Brainy Beaver says, when is all this happening? From what I understand, Irish gets in on the 28th of January. So in about 10 days. And then they're coming over here for dinner and whatnot. And then we will be leaving what was that? Was that the 4th? Let me see. I believe the 3rd. We're leaving the evening of the 3rd, staying the 4th, coming back, I believe, the 5th or the 6th, one of those 2 days. But that's the tentative dates. Why Washington in the rainy season, Alan S? Because there's a particular frauditor that everybody has been I don't want to say beating up on, but covering, because he's been making an ass out of himself. Brad Johnson says, boo, come to the East Coast. Absolutely would love to go to the East Coast again. My grandmother recently passed away, but she lived in Pennsylvania, and I hadn't been to Pennsylvania since maybe 8 or 9. But yeah. 3rd to the 5th. Yeah, that's what I thought. I couldn't catch all of it. When he called, we talked, I was distracted at work, and then I saw the live stream. They were talking about it, but again, I see what rules for landing crossing are. I might be able to fly to Vancouver and drive to Seattle. That's true. I didn't even think about that, because the drive from Seattle to Vancouver is like, what, an hour and a half, something like that? It's really close. Maybe 2 hours. I can't remember. Is Luna providing room and board? He might be. You're always welcome to Vegas. Iron Move, one of these days, I'm going to get back out to Vegas. One of these days. Whenever I can afford to, focus on content creation, be it, YouTube stuff or film stuff. I'm can retire from like a 9 to 5 or whatever, like real job. Whenever I can get away from that and start doing the more things I enjoy. Absolutely. I'm going to start doing some more traveling. My wife. Okay. So one of these film projects, we were talking about, hey, Team Skeptic, let me know if you want to hop in and chit chat for a little bit. Skits Crasher for $2 says, hello, Johnny O. Hello, Skits Crasher. Thank you so much for that $2 super chat. I absolutely appreciate it. But what was I talking about? My goodness. Oh, I told my wife, look, one of these projects we're talking about for this feature-length film, if we get the green light, and again, whatever, that's hush hush. But if we get the green light, it's going to be, we have 5 months to get it done. So we're looking at a 2-week film shoot, and then the rest will be pre, like probably 6 to 8 weeks of pre, and then 2 weeks of filming, and then the rest 4 to 8 weeks of post. I'd rather it be 3 to 6 weeks of pre-production to give us more time in post, because but whatever, you know what I mean. Danny says, I'm off the Oregon coast, but I would always, yeah, I'm sure we're going to have a meetup. I mean, we're going to have a meetup when we get out there. Some sort of, we're whatever. There's going to be a meetup. Absolutely. And anybody who's anybody, we'll find some place that has some libations and whatnot. Patty says, where we go? I wish the stream started later because your voice it's butter. I could fall asleep to it and watch the replay tomorrow. You can't always put it on loop. Iron Move, you got some questions? Let me know. What's shitty, Brainy Beaver? What's shitty? Anyway, yeah, we will have to see, Brainy. It'd be awesome if you can get out there. So I tell my wife, back to the story, tailgate at the courthouse, Michael Bowman. I think that's part of the plan. And somebody asked what happens if his court date gets postponed. There are other people out there that we're looking to see, not just Glenn Serio. There's one particularly vile person whom is going to get the opportunity to put his money where his mouth is, so to speak. We'll see what happens. But I digress. So I tell my wife, look, 14 days. She looks at me and says, look, I've been trying to get you to take a family vacation for a long time now. And if you don't go on a family vacation, but go to a film shoot instead, I'm going to be very upset. Now, here's the thing. Most people who know me know that I haven't taken a real vacation in years, like probably 10 years, if not longer. I've taken a couple of days and gone here or there, you know what I mean? Like a couple of days and stayed in like Oklahoma. I went to WinStar for 2 days, 1 day. 1 day I was in WinStar, 1 day, 2 nights. No, 1 night. Yeah, that was it. And then came back. But I really just haven't taken vacations because I work. Right? It's something that will always happen with work. I would have to. It's okay. But something would always happen with work, right? Either like last year when I worked for a different place. That's all, people were getting sick, so I just couldn't take it, right? I put in for it and they were like, no, you can't take it here, and I ended up losing it because whatever. But it was always like that. I would either get to a point where I could take a vacation, then get a promotion where I had to go and clean up a store or move stores. Yeah, I mean, I can make it work. Team Skeptic. I can make it work. But anyway, so there was always something, and it wasn't like they didn't get to go. They would get to go, and I had to work. Last year, I put my 2 weeks in at my previous job to get moved over to my next job. She's over here watching me. She's like, she's going to throw something at me, I think. But the deal was I was leaving, so I had the time built up. But because they wouldn't walk me and I needed the money, and they didn't let anybody know about their policy change when it come to their PTO, I worked out my 2 weeks at the current company or at the previous company, moved to the next one. Well, when I got to the end of it, and this is so stupid, this pisses me off, but because I didn't work on January 31st, they forfeited 2 months worth of commissions. And they said their policy about PTO changed where they don't pay it out when you leave the company. I left them fuckers on good terms. Okay. When I left that store was turnkey. The new manager just had to walk in and learn people's names. He didn't have any outstanding returns, no outstanding customer issues, no outstanding building issues. I had fixed everything. He literally walked in. I handed him his keys and said, enjoy, have a good day. I worked my ass off those last 2 weeks to make sure that all that was going to be possible. And then when it came down time to get paid, like, nope, sorry, go fuck yourself. So yeah, I was very upset because I missed out on a vacation to see my mother and see, with the kids and whatnot. I was not happy at all. But it is what it is. At the plot hole, when you said I'll try to meet up with Telecline. I'm sure that's going to be on the agenda. I'm sure that'll be on the agenda. Hey, Up and Out, good to see you. Sally Skeleton, good to see you. Evo Devo 2004 says I would have been at the lawyer's office. Immediately stole PTO you were owed. Funny thing about Texas, the labor laws here are quite interesting. Hey, Fish Like a Girl. On the way to California. Heck yeah. I love California. But yeah, funny labor laws. I did file a wage claim to get the lost PTO and the commissions that they owe me. They're, they argue. I went to them first. Say, hey, look, this is not cool. I worked, well, because your termination date was the 30th. I said 1 day. I said, and if you go back and look at all my time punches, you'll see that I worked probably more than what was required of a full-time manager because of all the extra stuff I was doing to make sure that this other guy was able to come and take over. So yeah, I was very, very upset. And then so I gave them every opportunity to take care of it. They said, nope. All right, fine. We'll do this. We'll go this way litigiously. I need Mike. Where's Law Talk with Mike? But all that being said, I haven't been able to take a vacation, so she was going to be a little upset when I do take vacation to go see, well, not go see, but to go film. So yeah, I'm going to be in trouble. I think what I'll do though is I'll just take an additional vacation that's like not paid, just without PTO, because I think I had 3 weeks. I think something like that. I'll have to double check, but yeah, that's the thing. I gotta do it. Hey, Anthony Vasquez, good to see you. Texas is also an at-will state. That is true. That is true. It is a right-to-work state at will, which really just means that they can fire you at any time they want and have no, you don't have any recourse. But yes, it is a right-to-work state, and that it's more. They say right to hire, right to fire, which is probably more, adequate because again, and look, I don't have a problem working. I work. I've had a job from 2000. Well, there was a time I left 2010, went back to school. I hurt my back pretty bad. It was to the point where I couldn't walk. I had to go through a whole bunch of, a lot of therapy, a lot of physical therapy to be able to get feelings back in my legs and walk. And, I get around pretty well right now, believe it or not. But I agree, Brad Johnson. I agree. But there were a lot of things, right? So I went back to school because I wanted to get out of, warehouse work and retail work. I just was tired of it. I was tired of doing the same things. It was not very fulfilling. It was soul crushing for me. And some people dig it, and that's great. You know what I mean? If you enjoy doing those types of jobs, more power to you. It's just not for me. I'll go and do it. And I'll work my ass off and make sure that I do a great job, not just a good job. I'm not going to be like this. Oh, you can pat. No, I'm going to work my ass off and make sure that you get everything that you think you should be getting, out of me. All right, Nimrod. Are you going to look, bro? Very good, very good. So I just, like I said, it's just not for me. But I went back to school I finished up my associates and bachelors. There's some people that have called into question my abilities, or not my abilities, but my qualifications when it comes to, they've asked, well, how do you determine what is and what isn't news or journalism? This is how. I have an education in it. I've worked as a journalist. I have a degree in English with a minor in communications. The communications minor being journalism. So yeah. I'm not going to say I know everything there is to know about journalism because I don't. And I haven't worked as a journalist, like a legitimate journalist, in a long time. Do you work for the same company you left? No, I don't. I don't work for that company anymore. I work for a different one. Yeah, retail can suck, and it does kind of be just. I'm in retail sales, which is a little bit different, but it's still retail. It's still doing that, that thing. And for me, really, in all honesty, it's not about the customers. Some customers are dicks. Yeah, absolutely. I just tell them to fuck off and get out. I don't do the whole thing. There have been a few people that wanted to test mask mandates in her store and whatnot. I don't get involved with them. I just tell them to leave. I said, look, whether you believe in this or not, it doesn't matter. And right now, my company has decided that if you want to be in here, you have to put on a mask. Period. That was a mandate. If you don't want to do that, we have curbside, we have online this, other ways to accommodate your needs, whatever. I don't care. Robert Caswell, yes, and more. Brendan, good to see you. But like I said, for the most part, people, I actually enjoy helping out people, right? I worked at a couple of places that were they had a little bit older crowds that weren't as tech savvy, and they would come in and all, they had no problem coming in to say, give me $200, Luna. Yeah. But they would have no problem coming in to me because they knew they could come into me, and I wouldn't try and sell them anything. I would try and help them out with their issue. And that was the most, probably the most intelligent thing I did with these customers, because every single one of these people that came in with a technical issue, I would pull them away from the salespeople and work on the technical issue, right? Let salespeople go do your thing. As a manager, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help facilitate you getting sales, and I'll take all the data transfers and my iPhone doesn't work right and all that. I would take all that stuff. Hey, Connie Johnson, good to see you. I would take all that stuff so they could focus on sales, and the customers still got that positive interaction, and I had no problem with that. So whenever it came time for them to need a new iPad or a new iPhone, or their friends, hey, we're looking for a new cell phone carrier. It was real simple. Go see Johnny. He'll take care of you, and he won't try and oversell you. And I never did that. I never bullshit anybody. I don't believe in that. They talk about upselling. If it makes sense, yes, right? If I got somebody coming in who's 98 years old, only uses a telephone to make phone calls, doesn't even text, I'm not going to put you on this ridiculously expensive plan, even though that might be what the company says. No, because that's not going to work. You're going to be pissed off with me because I'm not really saving you money, or I'm giving you something that you don't need. I'm going to put you in a place that say, hey, boom, there you go. Hey, Stroke Assaulter, good to see you. Yes, Michael Bowman, there were people who were from Demon, Team Skeptic, myself, and all these others that were on that live stream, and there was a Luna there. But anyway, like I said, I've always enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed helping people out when they have those issues, right? The tech stuff that I understood, boom, let's help you out, because I want you to have a positive experience. I want you to know, hey, this is a place I can go, whatever. That part isn't I've never had a problem with that. My issue always came from people who I worked for, people who were above me, some of the managers, like upper management, right? I had an issue with the last company that I was with, because they changed the bonus structure, and I knew why they did it. I even told my buddy, who was my boss, but he was a manager at the time, said they're doing this because they're trying to buy the company, period. And that's what happened. Is those things, you get these micromanagers that want to come down and I'm like, look, I'm writing numbers. I've got good numbers, not just decent numbers. I've got good numbers. All my people are hitting the majority of their goals. The things that they're not hitting, we're working on. And here are our plans. Boom. Here's our plan. This is how we're going to fix it, how we're going to solve it. And we would I wasn't perfect, but most of the time we would always see improvements. But they would, oh, well, you're not doing, we had new ownership, new big boss come in and says, well, I'm going to fire all the store managers. And my boss, who took me over to the company I'm at now, says, well, you're not going to fire this one, and this one, because they do their work. I don't have to worry about their store. I can go out once a week, go say hi, look at them, let them know that I'm going to be there, do the quick little one-on-one thing that I've got to do. And I can go away, because I don't have to worry about their stores. Their stores are going to be clean. They're going to be stocked. They're going to be functioning, and they're going to whatever. They knew, right? They knew that. So he refused. He was given a mandate to go shit can Johnny over there, because I just what I want to do. And he said, no, we're not going to do it because, whatever. So again, it's not the work that I have a problem with. I don't like dealing with that. I don't like listening to somebody, talk to me, lecture me for an hour and a half about an issue that should take the 10-minute phone call. Instead, we got to sit for an hour and a half because some jackass likes to hear himself talk. I don't dig that. I'm just like, man, I'm so fucking done with that. I'm so fucking done with micromanagement bullshit. My boss has better things to do with his time than worry about his boss micromanaging everything. It just, my goodness. What's up, Charlie Welch? But yeah, my goodness. Swing, batter. Swing, yeah, Cleo. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, I'm putting myself in a position where I can focus on some of the things that I enjoy, the filmmaking and YouTube content creation, and hanging out with you guys, because you guys are fun. You guys are fun. Really are. In my youth, I was a convenience store manager. In reality, I was just slightly higher paid clerk on salary. Employees went in overtime made more than me. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing. A lot of people like to bag on, liberal politics, but I will say that they've got at least that portion correct. Not allowing people to carry Oliver. Absolutely, we will hit you up when we're out there for sure. But that's one thing I won't do. Not allowing companies to take advantage of salaried workers. Whenever I signed my management contract with the previous company I was with, it said on there 45 hours at this rate. And they would tell you, well, no, what we mean is, you're going to have to do. Thor Rasmussen, who's been a plot hole member for 12 months. Thank you very much. Look at you. My goodness, a full year of the Headbangers. My goodness. Thank you so much, Thor. Did you get your shirt? Let me know if you got your shirt. If not, I need to talk to Teespring because there's been so many weird things that have happened with Teespring. Let me know, Thor. Anyway, news now, Hades. Having worked in a money protection customer-driven job, I know what you mean. When I had a really customer called my supervisor, let him hurt. Yeah. And here's the thing. I tell you, I protect my employees. There are things I will not tolerate. I won't tolerate. Hey, Jefferson Spatchcrack. I won't tolerate racism. I won't tolerate hate speech of any kind in my story. If you come in and you want to yell and scream, you can yell and scream at me all you want. I'll give you your due, and then I'll tell you to leave. You're not going to do that to my employees. Carrie Oliver for $33.33 says, get me up when you are here. I'm sure he means hit me up. Absolutely will do. Thank you so much for that $33 super chat. Absolutely appreciate it. All right, Thor, I'll look into it because they sent some old dude. They sent him an assembly required glass mug. So I had to get that taken care of. I'll figure out what's going on. Not today. NTS Not Today Suicide says, I was a teacher. Talk about micromanaging. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to become a teacher. I almost have all the credentials I need to become a teacher. I just need to go get a Texas teaching certificate. And I could be a teacher if I wanted to, but I don't. I just can't. Brendan Riley says, been there, experienced that, Johnny, when my company was bought out by a competitor and I got laid off along with a lot of my buddies. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. And I don't want to talk, make it like, let me talk shit about my previous employer, but I could tell that that's the direction that my previous employer is going, right? The original owners sold out to the new owners. And I can tell that what they're trying to do is make it as profitable as possible. That when they go to sell it to, and I know who they want to sell it to, but when they go to sell it to this other company, they'll make money. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, right? I mean, that's the way it works. But what I have a problem is when they do that and then take advantage of the people that have been there that are doing the grunt work, that are taking that, we took huge pay cuts when they changed the commission structure, the bonus structure. I went from making like $1,500 to $1,700 in bonuses as an assistant manager to a $75 bonus check when they changed. No bullshit. I got my $75, and that wasn't even the worst. There was another assistant manager who got a $25 check. I called my boss up and said, if this is how this is going to go, I'm not going to work here because this is ridiculous. You guys are putting the bulk of the work. And, as an assistant manager, we had the bulk of the work. We had to do all the operations. We had to do all this and still responsible for sales. I said, if you're going to do that, then no. Nope. Steaming Cup of Reason says, I've been a teacher for 20 years, 5 more to retirement. That's awesome. More power to people who teach, right? I mean, I have a lot of respect for teachers, especially the ones that are passionate, that still have the passion to teach, still have the drive to help kids out. That's a very super important job, and I wish people in the States took it a little more serious. And I don't mean we have good teachers, don't get me wrong, but our education system needs work. I don't believe the customer is always right. That is the worst thing to ever happen to retail because the majority of the time, the customer is wrong. The customer is wrong. They're just flat out wrong. And when you go to, I'm just going to, no, I don't care. I worked at a company that when I worked for Toys R Us, and I can talk about this because they're not for real anymore. But when I worked at Toys R Us, we had a store manager that was all about, the customer's always right. Like, no, the fuck they're not. So you mean to tell me if a customer comes up and says, hey, you're going to sell me this thing that's $400, you're going to sell me $200 and you're going to do it? No. Customers aren't always right. It just doesn't work that way. Morale is dictated by food and leadership. You typically bring your own lunch. Yep. But here's the thing. I take care of my employees. I make sure and protect them and let them know. I have always told all my employees, if somebody gets cross with you, tell them to leave. And if they don't, you come get me and I'll tell them to leave. And if they don't, I'll make them leave. I don't have a problem with that. Look, you're not going to abuse my employees. You can yell and curse and scream at me all you want. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Cool, whatever. Piss off. But anyway, I was a sales manager in a very busy 90s era computer store. I know what you're talking about. Pure commission. The general manager decided to cut my percentage by 15. Golly. Yeah, that's a huge cut. My goodness. My biggest commission was nearly 4,000. I caught a lot of shit for selling that much packing tape. We were a tool seller, Our company's policy: apologize, make it right, give them something extra. Yeah. Look, if there was a mistake, if we make a mistake, you make it right. We always would make it right. I would do the best I can to make it right. I had a customer come in and say, whatever. I spent hours with him. I mean, hours. He was agonizing over what phone and what this and what plan and all this stuff, and then moving over and how much he was going to get for his trade-ins. And I had everything written down, everything, boom, 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 all of it. I tell you, by make, model, this is what we give you up front. This is what we give you in the back end. The whole thing was all spelled out. Okay. And he's like, all right, cool, let's do it. Well, cool, we did it. And he comes back trying to get his old phone. He's like, no, you traded your phones in. This has been sent out. Well, how could you send out my phone? I told you this. It's written on the paper right here that you just gave me. You just handed me this paper back. It says, look, boom, right here where it says trade-ins, no good. They're gone. You can't get them back. This whole thing back and forth. And he was all talking about, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Blah, 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 blah. And he got to the point where he complained so much that my boss says, whatever he wants, I'll just give it to him. I'll put a credit on his account. I was like, cool, well, you deal with that shit because I'm done with it. So hey, look, here, boom. Here's his customer's information. Here's my boss's information. He said he was going to do this for you. Here you go. And he can still try to, email me. He emailed me once, a couple times. I'll take it back. He emailed me a threat that he was going to sue me. And that's immediately when I just, all right, cool. All right, that's it. We're done. We're done talking. You can deal with legal department from here on out. It was just whatever. Anyway, I don't want to whinge and piss and moan and cry about my previous employer. That's not what I want to do here. I want to talk about the goings on of the frauditor watchers and whatnot. And I'm looking forward to, if I do get the opportunity, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Like 90% sure that I'm going to get the opportunity to go to Seattle. I've never been to Seattle. Want to check it out. Go meet up with I'm really excited that Irish Demon is going to be here. We've talked about meeting up. SAPC Upgrade says, if you came up to me and asked me to leave, all you would see is a streak like it's behind the flash. Yeah, I mean, I'll be polite, right? Hey, look, I'm not going to have you speak to us that way. The sticky order came with an extra custom fine. What? $24 for what? That is insane. Was that from Teespring or was that? Oh, it was custom. My goodness. For a little, Jesus Christ. That is crazy. That is crazy. Customs, my goodness. Wow. Did you see any controversy between teleclient and unclient? I didn't see any of that controversy. That one I'm gonna stay out of because that's between them. I don't want to, like the whole Dr. Dave Beer Professor thing, teleclient thing. I've got my own experiences with both creators. I'm staying out of it simply because I don't want to be that. I'm not going to stir the pot kind of thing. It's not what I want to do. We'll let those two handle it. They're adults. Do it the right way, though. And I think Dr. Dave, the Beer Professor, was genuine when he said he was going to issue his apologies. All right, when he did issue his apologies and fix his content copyright strike and all that stuff. And, as long if he follows through, and those two, I think they can handle it. I think they're good enough. I think they're adults enough. Both of them are. It's kind of shitty that type of thing has to go down, because I do agree with Telekline and Team Skeptic and all these other people talking about you don't just throw a copyright strike out because of this, that, and the other. So he's already removed. So Team Skeptic says he's already removed the strike, which is good, right? Good, right? That's awesome. That's awesome he did that, because you don't do that. You know what I mean? You don't do that. You don't. If you have a problem with somebody, work it out on your own terms. If it comes to a point where you have to publicly call them out, I guess. But I don't know, man. I don't particularly care for drama. It's not my thing. I like having fun. I get on YouTube to get away from all the bullshit, all the drama. I want to have some fun. I have investigated some. I've investigated a couple of fraudsters. I've investigated a couple of things. I reported on, you know what I mean? I helped with the Ilya Moon thing. And, I had some people help me out, and I was able to direct the people, the hardcore investigators on that whole thing. So, but I generally don't like it. And the only reason why I got involved with that is because it was a pretty egregious offense. I don't particularly care for folks who fake certain illnesses in order to gain notoriety or money, whatever. That's particularly, especially the illness that was faked, is particularly sensitive for a lot of people, not just myself, but a lot of people are particularly sensitive about this type of illness. So, that really irritated me, and the level of deception that this person went to in order to facilitate that and continue to push that, it's just like, no. Carrie Oliver says, my favorite people are finally coming to my town. Please let me know when. Carrie Oliver, we will be there the 3rd through the 5th. Hey, Angie, good to see you. So yeah, you want to, I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree that if you're going to call somebody out, don't dox, don't do that. You know what I mean? And I'm with you, Score. I don't have time for that. I get enough of that shit at work, corralling with people who are arguing about stupid shit. So yeah. What? See, Surrender Monk is exactly what I'm talking about. You get these companies that just don't know how to have fun. If nobody got hurt, if it was scraps that were going to be thrown away anyway, let them have fun. We always get like directives, like you need to be this, that, and the other with you. I was like, why? Let them there. I want my people loose, having fun. They're going to enjoy coming to work. I'm not, if I have to get mean and nasty with somebody, when it happens, it's going to be more impactful because they're going to look at me and say, holy shit, he's being mean to me. He's never mean to me. So I must have fucked up. It's worked for me in the past, and it's going to continue to work for me. That's just, man, my goodness. Let you guys have fun. Let your people have fun. Have fun at work, man. If you can have fun at work and nobody's getting hurt, fucking more power to you. You're not causing any kind of, you're not causing any monetary damage to the company or whatever. Just come on. You have zero sense of urgency, Angie. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Some people just chill, and I get it. Well, D-Rabbit, see, you said unless a guitar is made during work hours. Here's the thing. If I'm of the opinion that if you have this, like if your job is here and you reach and or exceed that, I'm okay with a little bit of, hanging out, goofing around, not, nothing dangerous, nothing out of the, out of the ordinary. But I have no problem with letting loose a little bit, having some fun. Sure. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you. Yeah, Brendan Riley says if you have fun at work, then it ain't work. That's absolutely true. If you can, hey, Arisen 1157, good to see you. Random Channel Surfer says hello from Kansas City. Hello, good to see you. All right, Angie, you do your thing. But yeah, come on, let's have some fun. Let's work. And like I said, it's okay. It's okay to goof off. I goof off at work every now and again. I goof off with the team. I let them know, You know, hey, let's have some fun. We're here. Yes, we have a job to do. As long as we're doing that job, boom. Let's, we can have fun. We can have fun. We'll do it. We can cut up. We can talk about this, that, and the other, whatever. We can do those things and still accomplish what we're here to accomplish. And let's have some fun. Angie says, lurking like a creepo. Mm, mm, mm. Brad Johnson, good to see you. Hey, Michelle, I saw you in there, didn't I? Yeah. I think I saw you there. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's right. But yeah, let's have some fun. Have some fun. Michelle Grant, hello, good to see you. Oh, Brad Johnson, what happened? What happened? Did I miss something? Lost your dad to stage 4 lung cancer, man. See, yeah, absolutely. Fucking that shit sucks, man. That shit sucks. One of my cousins, she recently, I say recently, I think he's, oh gosh, he's got to be 7 or 8, maybe 9. But anyway, wrote all this thing, says finding the balance between fun and work is a key. Absolutely. But she had her last child, her last boy, and when she noticed that she was having issues breastfeeding, so she went to the doctor. They did all the examinations, and turned out she had stage 4, very aggressive. It was like when you hear about breast cancer, it's the worst breast cancer you can hear about, because it's almost certainly a death sentence, and it was for her. I mean, she was very strong, fought it for 18 months, almost 2 years. She was able to, be there when my grandmother passed away. And then, she passed away not too much longer after that. Yeah, and it sucks. You know what I mean? That's not something you fuck around with. You don't pretend to have cancer. That's not fucking cool. That's not okay. And that'll get me fucking pissed off more than a little bit. And most of you know how chill and whatnot I try to be. Oh, we have a new member to the Plot Hole crew, Andre Hoyer. Thank you so much for your support. I absolutely appreciate it. It's so awesome. I love all my channel members and patrons, and I love all you guys in the chat, regardless. But make sure all you current channel members show Andre all the awesome emojis you get to use. Karma will get them. I hope so. I don't know. I'd rather them get slapped around a little bit for doing stupid shit like that. I generally don't. I don't want bad things to happen to people, right? I just don't. Even people who disagree with me, who want negative things to happen, I don't want bad things to happen. Do your thing. Live your life. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. That's perfectly okay. We don't have to get along ever. But I generally don't want bad things to happen to people. Like, I don't, whenever I would cover some stuff in the flat earth, and, like the whole Nathan Thompson thing, I don't want anything bad to happen to that guy, because he's not going to learn anything, right? He just won't. He just won't learn. I don't agree with the things that he says, but he's more than free to say the majority of the things that he says. But yeah, I don't want bad things to happen to people. That being said, should bad things happen to you as a result of your stupidity, I'm going to laugh at you, as I would expect to be laughed at had I done the same shit, right? Tit for tat. Brad Johnson sent a $3 super sticker of what is that? Is that what is that? Thumbs up. Thank you so much, Brad. I appreciate that. Appreciate that super sticker. And it's just, my goodness, I don't want bad things to happen to anybody. At least I say that. I say that. But again, the taser guys, the ones who do stupid shit to get tased, and like genuinely stupid shit, yeah, okay. But it's not like I'm sitting there thinking, hey, I want so and so to be tased today. Hey, I want this to happen. Like, like the whole Glenn Serio thing. I can't stand the fucking guy. Can't stand him. I think he is Team Skeptic. I'll answer that with Which one is bad? Which one is the top of the scale? Some people think 0 is the top of that scale, but let me know. But Random Channel Server says bad things need to happen to Glenn. He's going to make those bad things happen to himself. I'm not going to wish those upon him because he is, because I don't have to. I don't have to. No one here has to wish bad things upon Glenn Serio. He's doing that himself. He is literally walking around with a sign that says, "Kick my ass, please. Please kick my ass." And yes, I do say literally, because he runs around running his mouth talking about mutual combat and, I'll take you down and all that stuff. He's literally asking to get his ass whipped. It will happen. I guarantee it will happen. One of these days, he's going to meet the wrong person, and it might be the third to the fifth. He's going to meet the wrong person. He's going to say the wrong shit, and that person's going to let him have it. He's not going to get a Rojas who can't because he's in the military. He's active duty military, and he answers to a different set of rules. And it won't be officers who can't because, again, they answer to a different set of rules. But it's going to be somebody that's going to say, all right, cool, mutual combat, and you've got it on tape. I've got it on tape. Let's get it done. Let's go. And then it's going to happen. It's easy to be confident. We know sweeping the legs means he falls on his fat. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. The only legs he's going to sweep are his own, right? The only legs you're going to sweep are his own. Let's see here. Make sure you have your vaccine card to come up here. It's required to go. Okay, yeah. I've got mine. Yeah, I've got mine. I need to get. I think I'm due for a booster, so I'll get that done as well. Yeah, absolutely. Who was it? That one guy that when the whole thing was, and I don't want to talk too much about this because I don't want to piss off the YouTube algorithm, but that one guy that had he threw a Rona party and thought it was a big joke, and then his last words were, "Hey, I think I may have made a mistake." Hey, Brainy, you got your girl to sleep? Which girl? Your oldest girl or your wife? No, you are not the only one who feels seasick watching Glenn. I almost feel bad whenever I cover a Glenn video and I have to speed through because I get seasick watching them. It's like, fuck, I can't do it. I have to look away. So yeah, it's AZ Jeep Girl says hi from Arizona. Hello. Oh, Arizona's nice. I love driving through Arizona when I go to California. I usually go through the Gila Bend Pass between Tucson and Phoenix. A lot of fun. Dangerous though. Can be a little dangerous. They recently, well, I say recently, but the last time I went there, they had widened it to 2 lanes each way, not just one. I mean, yes, you are. Yes, absolutely. It is an epic waddle. Yeah, it is. Hey, Pam B, good to see you. That whole. Any ideas we're going to be staying in Wa? Yeah, a hotel. Probably the. Gee, let me think about it. Probably going to be it's going to be pretty chilly. It's going to be pretty chilly up there right now. Yeah. It's not a dry heat up there. It's definitely a wet cold. I heard about this. There was a frauder that filmed through his beer. The comment that had me laugh was Elias be like, "Wee." Yeah, I heard about this guy. And I heard it was a pretty egregious video, but that's not a van. That's like a bingo, I think. Ford Bingo or a Fiesta, maybe. That's yeah. He is living in his car. But yeah, penguins only penguins can waddle cute. Michael McClure says, I'll likely ask for a continuous. Probably, that's what I'm thinking. I think when we get there, it's going to be pushed. But it won't be very difficult to find Glenn because he's, I think he's, well, It won't be difficult to find, Glenn. We'll just put it that way. Just follow the grease trail. Arisen 1157. That's gross. Johnny O, we're getting your cold front tomorrow. What? Our cold fronts don't get that high, do they? My goodness. Is it the angriest auditor ever? I missed that with an Irish Demons channel. I haven't been as active on YouTube with other people's videos. Yeah, the smell, follow your nose, just follow the stench. Yeah, absolutely. Just follow the cheeseburger wrappers. Yeah. Stopping in Vegas? We don't have enough money for that one. Yes, we do. With that stop in Vegas, we might be paying for the whole trip with that stop in Vegas. That's all I'm going to say. You can hear that gasping walrus 300 feet before he waddles by. That's so true. My goodness. I don't understand how, and this is what tells me he's got to have some sort of everything loose. I don't know. He's missing. He's a few. Hey, Mr. Shorter's cat. Good to see you. I was going to tell you something, but I'll tell you later. Excuse me. Let's see here. For just like 2 hours to take Demon to the strip. Yeah, absolutely. Although, if you're probably going to want to make it a little bit more than 2 hours, because getting to the strip from the airport, that's quite a hike. So we might want to make that layover like 5 to 6 hours, so we have time to get there, show them the strip, show them some of the cool places, take them to like the Bellagio, the MGM, stuff like that. But Glenn is easy to find. Google Maps tracks whales. Before end for me and the. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Brendan. Go get some rest. Rest up, Brendan. If you need, anything, find us on Discord. Ask any cop, surely knows location. Yeah, that's probably true as well. The people in the post office can tell where he parks his house. No, you're right. No, you're right. You don't have to correct it. Parks his house. Yeah. 10 minutes to Uber to the strip. We really need like 4 hours to have a quick good time. Yeah, I don't think about Ubering and whatnot. I just think about walking. Give us a lead time. But yeah, if we're gonna do an Uber, I forget since I know pre-pandemic, fucking hell, taking taxis and whatnot, it was crazy. Shipping container mall, sure. Yeah. My God. What's this shipping? I need to go. I haven't been to Vegas proper in 20, maybe 30 years. Maybe. Like proper stayed in Vegas. I think 1994 was the last time I stayed in Vegas. I wasn't old enough to gamble. Walking, that would take hours. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would take a while. I don't think about Uber. I don't think, because again, last time I was there, driving was just stupid. Jennifer says, I've never been to Vegas. I want to go. Well, come on. Come on. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. Glenn is coming. The wafting stench, Darth Vader breathing, and Jurassic Park water cup ripples. That is 100% true. Stroke assaulter, man. I'm so glad you were able to, survive that one. My goodness. I agree, Michelle. When I was a kid, it was fun because all the different people and the different things you got to see and all the action. Uh-oh, is it bedtime? You want to come say goodnight, everybody? Oh, golly, you got so solid. You say goodnight?
Good night.
Say see you later.
See you later, alligators. I'm getting you all wet with my hair.
That's okay. It's just water. Good night, sweetie. Took a holiday here in Vietnam. It would be great for you and the family. Love to show you. I would love to go to Vietnam. Would love it. Grendel S. Rage, who's been a Plot Hole Crew member for 5 months, says, hey, agents. Hey, Johnny O. Thank you so much for your support, Grendel. I absolutely appreciate it. So good to see you. But yeah, my goodness. If we do make that stop, it's going to be fun. What time? What time? We're gonna go at night or during the day? Because we're going at night. You guys might leave me there because I might be playing the poker. You say the Luxor. My father was so cheap. Well, I say so cheap. He was economical. Yes. What happened? What about a bowl? Well, you should go get a bowl. You can't. What do you need a bowl for, silly? You don't need cereal. Hey, Chris Durham. What's up, D-Gen? We can live like kings in Vietnam for literally nothing. Yeah, same thing. There was a retirement place in Mexico that they were talking about. Oh yeah, $540 a month. It's all bills paid. You get whatchamacallit, maid service twice a week or some shit like that. It was all crazy. SAPC upgrade says the cameos of your family are one of the reasons I'm subscribed to you. Well, thank you. They're really, like I said, that's it's one of the things that probably the biggest thing that motivates me is rascals. They're fun. So much fun. If it's meant, if you really want to have children, you should, because again, they're really just, they're so much fun. So much fun because I got to play old toys and I get to play with again. My son, now he's getting older, so he's starting to get into more like, some of the things that I were into, video games and computers and technology, electronics and whatnot. So yeah, it's so much fun. It's a weird age, I got two girls that are, at that time in a young girl's life, and then my son is in that time for a young man's life, so it's a little bit different. Zachary Hooper says, when are you going to have another viewing of your documentary? Zach, when's good for you? Is tomorrow good for you? Let me know. If tomorrow's good for you and tomorrow's good for everybody, I think I was going to try and do one around noon Central Time. So for reference, it's 9:06 here right now. But yeah, if we can do that, absolutely. My grandkids are black. You are not old enough to have grandkids, Jennifer. Are they your adopted grandkids? Josh Release says, fell asleep. What did I miss? Not much. Oh no, D-Gen. I was there too, right? My son has been playing Legend of Zelda for hell. There's a picture. I don't know if I have it. You are not 47, Jennifer. Don't you lie. Yes, Zach on Discord. There's a picture from when he just started sitting up, that he and I are playing video games together. So yeah, we started young. 57 kids out of the question. Now, that's cool. Like I said, I mean, if you can do it, you can do it. Hi. Or you're back. You got cereal anyways? You rascal. Why don't you have your dinner? See, my son was, again, Legend of Zelda. He loves that game. Still to this day, still loves it. But yeah. I have this video of my son playing baseball at 5. I've got a couple of pictures of my youngster playing baseball. I think he started at 7 or 8. No, 6 or 7. But he took a fastball to the eye and was not happy. Not a fastball, foul tip to the eye. Wasn't happy about it. Grandson is 4 and granddaughter is 7. Stop it. Yeah, you got to teach them young. That's true. Looks like I picked the right week to. Grandel says, I'm so glad my kids are grown. Yeah, Pam B, that's awesome. I'm glad. But hopefully, you guys can bury that bullshit and everybody can move on. Elizabeth says, still here listening. Well, Elizabeth, thank you for listening. Ooh, your brother caught a puck to the nose. Ouch. Yeah, my brother and I, man, that was what, 86 when Nintendo came out. He stood in line for, it's his birthday today. By the way, happy birthday, brother of mine. You're 45 years old. But it was 86 when it came out, and he was in line, spent all kinds of time in line. We used to have a Commodore 64, and he would. What happened? Who? Anyway, we had Commodore 64, and that was one of the ones where you could actually program your own video games, which was really, really cool. But hours upon hours. And if you didn't have a way to save it, you would lose it. So he would let it, he would spend hours and boom, 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 and then wait. And it was just so fun. And then, the Atari, we had all the Ataris, all that stuff. And then the Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo came out, and it was, for us, it was Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt all day, every day until The Legend of Zelda came out. Excuse me. Once that came out, we were done. We would go to school, come home, make sure all of our homework was done, do all our, and we would go play that game until it was so much fun. I would watch because he's my older brother and it was his, and he would punch me if I tried to play it, but whatever. I would sneak it. Don't tell him. I used to work at Sears, and I programmed the paint matching computer to play music in BASIC. That is so cool. Angie, you were one win in 86. Atari was the bomb. We played the first Atari. Yeah, we had the first Atari. Your first stream was Odyssey. Oh, Super Mario Odyssey. I kind of stopped playing video games. Don't tell anybody I said that. Kind of. I don't get the opportunity to play as much anymore because I got other things I'm doing. And, the kids took it over. My son came down and said, hey, I want to do, play some more video games with you sometime. He came up to me and says, I want to play Mortal Kombat with you. I said, why? So I can whip your ass again? He's so mad. He's so mad when I beat him in Mortal Kombat. I don't take it easy on him. I make sure he earns his victories. I don't give him that freebie shit. Yes, Joshua Lee. Yes, the Coloco was the one that could play the Atari games. He does. My son does okay with Mortal Kombat, but I've been playing Mortal Kombat forever since it was on stand-up arcade in the 90s, 94. My mother hated that game. Hated it. B Savage, more torture. B Savage tortures those cookies on his channel. Oh my goodness. I don't want to see this. My daughter made cookies. Look, all right. That's another thing I wanted to, before we get out of here. Because I got movie roles coming up, I have got to lose some weight. And I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about looking for sponsorships. Now, what I'm doing, I need to lose 100 pounds. Sounds like a lot, and it is. It is a lot. That's just overall, right? Uncool Martin says, years ago, I used to play Legend of Zelda. I got the final boss. My youngest son deleted the what? He did so you could enjoy the game again. Well, I guess that's kind of cool. Joshua Lee is right there with you, born in 81, so I just turned 40 a couple weeks ago. Well, happy birthday. So anyway, I've got to lose, I got a whole mess of weight, right? I need to get myself into the gym, do some weightlifting, cut carbs, you lose weight. That's what I did. There's a little bit more to the reason why it's tough for me, DGen. It's sleeping. I need to get a CPAP to help with my sleep apnea. So I'm actually resting when I'm sleeping, and that whole business. I get some thyroid meds. Yeah, right. Uncool Martin, when he's like, all right, cool, man. Hey, cool. Yeah, I wanted you to enjoy the game again. How could you be mad at that? Aaron Reese says you're trying to shed a small child. So yeah, no, I'm trying to shed a large child. But so what I'm thinking about doing something like a sponsorship. Anybody who wants to sponsor, I'm thinking about doing like $5 or $10 a pound, and giving it a set time, like 6 months, right? If in 6 months, how much weight I lose in 6 months, if I get a sponsor per pound. So I lose 50 pounds in 6 months. We do $10 a pound is $500. So anything that I raise with that, I'll match, monetary wise, and I can't do too much because I'm not rich. But so if you guys do that, I'll match it, and then we'll donate all that to something, to either some nutrition programs for children, or health, this, that, or the other, something. We'll figure out something, right? Something to give that to. You ever heard of crack cocaine? But I don't want to lose all my teeth. Hey, Ziggy, for the facts. So if you want to do that, let me know. American B Savage has lost 140 last year. It was easy. Well, I found it. So damn you, American B Savage. Tapeworms are great. Yeah. Donate to Glenn's court case. Not. Yeah, right. No, it'll go to something, some sort of something, some sort of nutrition for kids, or something. Figure it out. So if you want to do that, let me know. What I'll do is I'll set up something separate, like a separate donation spot that's different and completely separate than all my other stuff. That way we know exactly what's in there. It'll be transparent for everybody to check it out. And then no problem with your stream. No, I hope not. I hope not. Oh, yeah. I knew that. I knew there was a joke in there. So yeah, like I said, I think what I need to do is I'll do 6 months. So we'll start February 1st. I'll do a weigh-in February 1st, an official weigh-in. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to be getting into the gym. Probably want to spend an hour or two a day in there, and then do some heavy weight, not heavy weightlifting, but do some serious strength training, and then really work on my food intake. I don't eat terrible, but I don't eat great. I could eat better. Portion control for me too. My problem is because I wait so long in between meals when I sit down. Elizabeth, I am starting today, but what I mean for like the 6 month thing to make it easier, I'm already started a weight loss program. Bridge the Divide wants me to pronounce zoology. That's how you pronounce it. Zoology, not zoology. Zoology. Anyway, I've already started. Like I've already started doing some things like changing what I eat, how I eat. But my issue is I'll wait for so long in between meals, or I'll skip a meal thinking, I can just skip a meal, no whatever. No, you're going to shut down to your skivvies during the second weigh-in like a desperate boxer. They get all the way naked, by the way. If it comes down to it, they get all the way naked. But yeah, 6'4", 200 pounds is okay weight for me. Zachary Hooper, yeah, I would love to be 200 pounds right now. Love it. I'm 300, so there you go. I know you can't tell because I carry my weight weird. Got a bike that I'll start riding at least once a day to help with my weight loss. That's cool. Low carb diet, yeah. Zoology, says Chris Durham. Yeah, zoology. If it was zoo, it was zoology. Anyway, 230. I would love to be 230. When I was 230 pounds, when I met my wife, I was in pretty decent shape because I was back into the gym. I was working out a lot. Irish stew, that is absolutely, yeah, that was another thing I should do, right? Back when I was playing guitar all the time. Yeah. Frequent small meals, absolutely. So what I really need to do is sit down and plan out. Elizabeth, you can be my health buddy, absolutely. But I need to get plan out what I'm going to eat for the day, and then break that up into 6 meals, and then eat that like every 3 hours, a small portion of the meal. When I did that and I was working out a lot, I dropped just stupid weight. I went from 270 to 230 in like 2 months. It was ridiculous. Lost 40. I'll tell you another thing that helps, by the way, is migraines. God bless. In 2012, I had the worst cluster headache migraines. I'm talking, they were so bad that like the left side of my face went numb. They thought I was having a stroke. Like, my wife rushed me to the hospital thinking that, you're having a stroke. Yeah. They had to do all the scans and whatnot. And it was bad, but I couldn't eat anything. If I even thought about eating, I got nauseous and threw up. I went from 260 to 240. No, I went from 260 to 220 like that. It was crazy. And all within the manner of a few weeks because I could not eat. Aaron Reese, yeah, these were I'll get migraines every now and again, but nothing like it was 10 years ago. God, man, it was debilitating. I couldn't think. The medicine they gave me for the migraines, holy shit. That was worse. That was worse. Fentanyl or where the fuck it was. Oh my Jesus. Golly. No, thank you. Couldn't do it. So I had to just figure it out, and then they stopped one day, which was great. Like I said, I still get them every now and again, but nowhere near as bad as that. And I can tell when I get them because I'll get like blind spots in my eyes where I can't see, where the light sensitivity is really bad and I just can't see. And I'll call my wife and say, hey, look, I'm going blind. I need you to come, whatever. The plot hole, my brother is losing weight. His wife says she found it. Yeah, everybody came to me last year. It was like, hey, I'm losing weight. And I said, stop it, because I keep finding it. But yeah. Zachary Hooper, I used to play basketball. So funny thing, when I was in high school, I actually lettered in basketball. People don't believe me, but I did, and I have proof. I got Letterman's jacket upstairs. Yeah, tunnel vision is exactly what happened. But good night, Gosh of Heckfire. Good to see you, man. But I used to walk to and from basketball practice. I would walk uphill, not both ways, just one way, but I would walk uphill, up Burton Hill, to basketball practice, like 3-4 miles. So on top of, basketball exercise, whatever, all the running and weightlifting and whatever, I would walk, 6 miles on top of that. I was like a $197, but I was, solid shape. Yeah, man. Had a doctor tell me to follow a strict food plan 6 days a week and have a cheat day at work. Yeah, that's one thing. And I like I said, I've worked a little bit on that portion of it. So, yeah. I still get optical migraines or a black spot. Yeah. Comes across your vision. Erna LeBar, I saw that. One of Glenn's arrest reports was a 5'1", 220 in kindergarten, probably. I'm with you there. I wouldn't recommend appendicitis either. Yeah. Well, so anyway, that's what the plan. Oh, okay, Elizabeth, I'll let you know. Yeah, whenever I get the everything, But that being said, that's what I wanted to do. Wanted to talk to you guys about doing that so we can, have like a reward for other people, because we're going to donate all that money to whatever. Whatever you guys want to sponsor, be it $1 a pound, be it $5 a pound, I don't care. Whatever we get into that bucket, I'll match, and then we'll send it to no more than $10 a pound, because I'm not rich. But that's what we'll do. Could get the stomach staple work for a friend. I am not going to do that one, simply because I don't think that I am morbidly obese. And I think I could do it without the staple. I think it's just discipline. That's all it's going to take from me. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, we could do the Betty White's charity. Yeah, absolutely. So sad. Yesterday was her would have been 100 years. My goodness. 100 years. My goodness. She was so fun. Such a great person. Anyway, I got to get out of here. I've got so much work to do, but you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chit-chatting. You guys have been nothing but fun. I'll see you guys again. If you want to get, I'm sure Streamlabs or Stream Elements to put up the Discord and the side chats. If not, mods, if you'll share the Discord, so anybody who wants to come see the documentary, you can do so tomorrow, noontime Central. So adjust for wherever you are. Again, 9:22 p.m. right now. Central Time Zone. So just wherever you are, and you can come check it out. I did miss Schrodinger's cat, but at a later date. We'll talk about that. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out. I really do appreciate all my channel members, my patrons, super chats, everybody who hangs out and interacts with the side chat, everybody who leaves a like and follows and all those fun things. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. We are going to hit goals this year. We have goals. I forgot to remind you that I do have a goal of 10,000 subscribers. If I get there, they're going to wax my daughter is going to wax my arm. So yeah, there we go. So share. We'll do it live on stream. And I got lots of stuff to wax. I got lots of waxy bits. Look, lots of stuff to get off there. So it'll be fun. Thank you so much. Love you too there, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat. So anybody and everybody, good night. You guys are awesome. We'll see you tomorrow. Weekend Horror Podcast, 7 p.m. Central. Anyway, cheers, everybody. You guys are awesome. You know what time it is? We all know what time it is. That's right. It's finger guns, baby.